The doping case involving Jannik Sinner appeared to have ended after the acquittal ruling issued by ITIA just before the start of the US Open. The world number one was convinced that he had put his bad controversy behind him and won the last Grand Slam of the season, embellishing a 2024 that has consecrated him as a top player of absolute level. Just over a week ago, Wada froze everyone by announcing that it had appealed against that acquittal and demanding a 1 to 2 year disqualification for the Italian ace. The two time Grand Slam champion did not hide his huge disappointment, but he promised that he will cooperate with the authorities during the trial to prove his innocence again. Another complicated months await the 23-year-old from San Candido, who is continuing to play a really excellent season. Yannick did not win the Beijing ATP 500 last week, but he played an epic final against his great rival Carlos Alcaraz, only giving up at the decisive tiebreak after more than 3 hours. An open case. Sinner confided that he is starting to feel a little tired at this point in the season, but he qualified for the round of 16 of the Masters 1000 in Shanghai by defeating Taro Daniel and Thomas Martin in the first two rounds. The Italian ace has shown a remarkable mental strength this year because it was not easy to express that level of tennis having to face such a delicate process at the same time. A new team, the world number one, will have to wait a few months before knowing the final verdict, which will probably arrive within the first 3 months of the next year. The doping case forced Sinner to make some very drastic and painful decisions. His professional relationship with Umberto Ferrara and Naldi, both responsible for the contamination, has ended, and a new collaboration with Marco Panici and Badio has recently begun. They have a lot of experience and know each other very well. They can help me, especially off the court, trying to see new things and figure out how I can improve my game. It's still early to say if it's beneficial for me, but I'm very happy to have them on the team. Yannick explained. The Italian is also reflected on the ATP calendar. We have many tournaments, but I feel like this season I chose correctly where to play and it has not been a problem for me. We have mandatory tournaments like the Masters, but we can choose whether to play before them or not. Players can decide, so I think it's fine. The two time Grand Slam champion has slightly changed his schedule compared to previous years. After the tournament in Shanghai, he will play the Six Kings Slam in Saudi Arabia and will not defend his title in Vienna.